Hello, welcome to another edition of the Mr. Lewis Mini Lecture. I am Chad Lewis, pastor, teacher, and author, coming to you from Independence Oaks County Park at the Oakdale Academy Walkathon, and today's topic is Just Believe. Now, a lot of people who are being raised in religious homes are given the advice to just believe. And this is terrible advice, however well-meaning it may be, because it essentially means that they are to uncritically accept whatever is handed down to them. And that, in effect, means that they are to remain in a state of infancy, at least as far as religion is concerned, for the rest of their life. The result being that the person's religious affiliation simply is a function of whatever family it is that they are raised in. If they're raised Muslim, they become Muslim. Christian, then Christian. Jewish, then Jewish. Atheist, then atheist. Now, it is, of course, true that when people are young, they are vulnerable, they need to be protected, both in body and in mind. But as they grow into adults, the point is not to protect them, but to equip them so that they can stand on their own 2 feet intellectually as well as morally. And this extends to religious life. If there's something in one's religious tradition that goes against reason, that doesn't mean we have to reject our religious tradition, but it needs to be investigated. If there's something in our tradition that appears, at least, to go against conscience, that needs to be investigated. Because the terminus a quo for all of us is the pursuit of truth and goodness. And we will not move very far along that road if we have never trained our intellectual and moral faculties to distinguish the true from the false, the good from the evil. A lot of times the just believe approach to religion is based on fear. We are afraid that if people think for themselves, they will ultimately reject the traditions handed down to them. But we forget that there's a second kind of fear. There's a second kind of danger, that if we don't create conditions in which people can test the true and the good for themselves, they may never really actually embrace it in the first place. Their faith will be a faith in the faith of someone else. Our faith can be faith in the faith of someone else. And that doesn't come to religious faith. That just amounts to tribalism. So a couple closing remarks. If we are mature adults who are fully in control of our intellectual and moral faculties, and if we truly believe that the faith that we're handing down is true and good, we ought to have the courage to put that faith to the test, and we ought to have the confidence that it will hold up well under the test. Bottom line, don't just believe. Remember, you can listen to my sermons for free online at newtempleec.com. For all you readers out there, buy my book, Norman's Descent, on Amazon or Barnes & Noble. Till then, my fellow travelers, Pax Tibi, and God bless.